Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today, and I love all the questions and comments that you've been sending. And I have sent back some of those questions you've asked, some of those answers back to you. So I did DM you. So make sure you check your DM to see the response I provided for the questions you've asked me. And if you have any comments, I always welcome, and I also always welcome all your questions because we all can learn from each other. There is never a day that I know everything or you know everything. We're always learning from each other, right? That is the truth. So I'm excited for those comments and questions. So thank you for sending them in. And I've been doing this almost over a month now. I love it. It has become at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I love to be here. I'm just enjoying this process. I just love coming up with new ideas to talk about. And today I want to talk about survival mode. Now, we don't know when we're in survival mode because we think we're just living because it has become the way of living, right? Because how do I know I'm in survival mode or I'm not? How do I know that? We don't. It's just the way we feel it. If you're always feeling rushed, if you're always feeling like you can't get through the day, if you're always feeling like there's so much to do and you're juggling so many things, and whatever you do in a day is never enough, then that's pretty much surviving the day, right? Because you are already doing enough, but if the time is not enough, then there's something going on. That could be one way to look at survival mode. Or you have a problem, you're a parent and you have a problem, you don't want to address it because addressing takes time. And you feel like if I could just find that next quick thing to address it with, it'll be over. You don't want to stop and go through the deeper understanding of what's going on because you are just getting through the day. If you feel like you're just getting through the day and you feel exhausted and drained at the end of the day, just getting through it, either you're a parent, you're an educator, or anybody in this world, right? If we're just getting through the day and at the end of the day I feel like I'm exhausted, I haven't taken a deep breath all day, then you are in a survival mode. So today I want to really talk about survival mode and how when we're in survival mode, we love quick fixes. And that is the exact reason why we stay stuck, believe it or not. And that's what I want to talk about today because I and our coaches offer holistic solutions. And when we talk about holistic solution, a lot of people, including parents, adults, sometimes teacher, they're like, no, I just want something to do right now. Like, let's just fix this as fast as possible. But some things are not able to fix as fast as possible, especially when we're dealing with children, when we're dealing with students, when we're dealing with ourselves with in that survival mode. Something quick isn't going to fix it because the quick, if it has already if it worked, it would already be fixed. You wouldn't be asking for more quick fixes. So there is a reason why we stay in this loop, right? So we need to really understand what this is, and that's what today's topic is all about. But before we get to the topic, you know what we have to do. We have to bring ourselves now and here. So let me ask you questions. How many times did you think of your past today? Be honest. Think about the last few hours even. How many times did you go into the past? How many times did your brain pull you into the past? And was it a good memory that you were visiting? Or were they all the situations where you were being beat up by your brain? Or you were saying, I should have done this, I could have done this, why didn't I do this? What was the things that you were looking at? I can guarantee you, most of us, what we do is when we go to the past, we always look at things that where we should have done something differently. We are not happy about our way we reacted or something we said. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said this. Now, is there any way we can fix or change the past? Is it possible? Not possible. We know logically it's not possible. But we have this brain that takes us to the past and get us stuck in a loop of thinking of the past. So what can we do to take control over our brain? What can I do to take control over my brain? I need to tell it that let's take the lesson and let it go of the situation you're talking about, because I'm done visiting this situation. I mean, I've been visiting this every single day, maybe, or every single time you want me to visit this particular situation. How about we're done? I don't want to visit anymore. How about I just take the lesson? Because sometimes our brain takes us back to certain past events or situation because we haven't picked up the lessons. So the lessons are very important. So why don't we pick that up and tell the brain, I'm done with the situation. I'm done with the past. I'm just going to let it go. And can you come here and now? Because I need you here and now. My brain, I'm talking to my brain. Our process, I have developed a process since the age of 12 to talk to my brain, because my brain doesn't own me, I own it. Because if you don't own it, it's going to tell you all sorts of stuff. It can make crazy things. It's a crazy machine, but we have to control it. And it's a powerful machine, right? I always say it can be your best ally or the worst enemy. So it's in your hand to direct it. You're the director of it. So why not bring your brain right now and here and say, let's learn something very productive right now. Let's go and do the thing that we promised. Let me go and do that. Can you help me with that? Can I live my life like I want to? And can you let me lead myself and others right now? Don't worry about the past, brain. Just right now and here. Can you help me with this? So every time your brain does this, you have to talk to it and bring it now and here. Now, the another place that we love to go is our future. Future is a good thing to visit. I mean, every one of us have a future plan. We have desires, we have intentions, we have our future ahead of us. So why not think about that? You might ask, yes, of course you have to think about it. I'm talking about how many times are you thinking about it being projected from your past. If you are projecting your past onto the future and looking through that cloudy, muddy, really toxic energy you carry, if you have any toxic energy from the past, if you carry that and you look through that, your lens are not clean. So how can you create the future you desire? You don't want to recreate the past, right? If you're already pissed off about the past, why would you want to think about it in the future? So why not let the future arrive to us? Why don't we set some intention and let the future really arrive to us? And why don't we bless it and we release it so that it can come to me rather than I produce it? I wish I can say that we all have the power as human beings to produce our past, but produce our future, but that's not possible, is it? Have you ever tried to create your future? No, it's not possible. We can just dream it. We can stay and we can stuck there and dream, 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 but nothing will happen. Where does anything can happen? Now and here. This is the only place you can create. You can make changes. You can learn. You can live. You can lead yourself and others is right now, right here, right this moment. So if we're not able to bring ourselves here and now, guess what? A lot of our days are in the past. A lot of our days we're in the future. Guess what? We're not doing anything. Have you ever said that I said some stuff, I will get it done today, I'm not getting to it? Have you ever said, I just procrastinate, I just can't get to things, I just feel like I'm not doing things? That's because you probably are in the past, probably are also in the future, and both of those places takes a lot of energy and time except productivity. So if you're after that productivity, you got to come here and now. How do we do it? Talking to our brain like this. Our brain is very powerful, so we can talk to it, we can own it. Now, another way after talking to your brain and bringing yourself now and here is to really bring yourself in the present moment. Now, if you look at everywhere, what's the biggest problem right now for humans? Anywhere and everywhere, what is the problem? Focus, right? Focus, because we're distracted. We're so distracted and we're so connected, right? We're so connected. I can reach anybody right now, anywhere in the world, so connected, but except we're so disconnected as human beings. We're so disconnected from our real connection, authentic connection. Isn't that weird that we are so connected, but at the same time, we're so disconnected? It always feels like I'm alone. You might be feeling that you're alone, right? Because it has become that. So in order for us to really connect with ourselves and really ground us is to breathe. Have you taken a deep breath today? Probably not, because we run around leading our lives like in survival mode, Probably, right? So what should we do? We need to take a deep breath. So let's take this. We have so much abundance of air. So why don't we take a deep breath for 4 counts and hold for 4 and let it out for 8 through your mouth. Every stress you've been carrying, every worry that you've been carrying, just let it go out through your mouth, outside of you, because your body is not supposed to store them. This is not a storage unit. This is your sacred space, right? So let's do that again. Inhale for 4. Lots of air. Hold for 4. And then bring out all that negativity in your body. And anything that's not supposed to be in your body, don't keep it. Just let it out all the way. Okay, let's do it one more time. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Really, I want you to get everything out of your body, in your shoulders, in your neck, in your back, anything and everything, and let it go through your mouth. All of it. I want you to out for 8 counts. Let it go, everything out. And you should feel so grounded and peaceful. That's another way to know that you're home again, is feeling a peace. So again, today I want to talk about this topic. This topic is so exciting because I have so many things to share. It's so exciting to talk about this. So you're not really stuck. You're in survival mode. So let me just start with that. We're not stuck. We're in a survival mode. Survival mode, when we're in survival mode, what happened is we're addicted to quick fixes, believe it or not. Yes, we're addicted to quick fixes because quick fixes feel like control, right? It feels like it's quick, it's fast, I can get through this. I just want to move forward. I just want to get to the bottom of it. No, you're not getting anywhere to the bottom of anything with quick fixes. It just kind of feels like you've solved something, but really, are you solving anything with a quick fix? That is a question to ponder on, right? What if I told you they are the reason, quick fixes are the reason nothing is changing in your life? And this is what keeps you stuck. And this is what keep looping in the survival mode. Who here wants to exit survival? I do. What a waste of life to live in a survival mode. It's a constant chaos and constant pressure, constant everything. Why would we want to live like that? Isn't life supposed to be meaningful, peaceful, living in harmony? Why are we living in survival mode? Because everything around us creates this chaos. We enter the chaos and we're never home. We don't take time to come home. We're always out there searching for quick fixes. So most people think at this point, when something doesn't work, they think they need better strategy. So when parents come to our meetings, we have meetings with parents. When they come to us, if I don't give them the best strategy right away, I lose their interest. They're like, what do you mean you have to come home first? How can you lead somebody in your life, like your child or anyone, if you're not even here, if you don't even know who you are, and if you're in survival mode and you're pissed off at life or something, how can you lead somebody? Even if it's your child, how can you lead them? Because you're not here. Anything they do is going to irritate you. You're going to have very little patience around anything. So what is a good strategy or a better strategy going to serve you if I just give you a strategy? When I say that, some parents get upset. But I'm doing what's best for you as a parent because I don't want you going in the same loop again. I can give you strategies. I have millions of them because I've customized for thousands of people so many different ways to address things. So I have strategies. There's not a problem. Some people think it's more discipline. We talked about discipline a lot on every single live show here, right? Every time I talk about it, I talk about discipline. Discipline is the result. And some people think we just need to be more consistent. I just need to get more consistent. These are the problems we think we're dealing with. But what's actually happening is that your system is overwhelmed. This is a biological system. I'm a biological body here. I have systems working inside of me to keep me talking to you like this. So if I'm off, it's not because it's happening outside, it's happening inside of me. My system is overwhelmed. When your nervous system, all the other systems, all the 12 systems that I talk about, they're in survival, your brain doesn't want growth. You know what it wants? It wants relief. It doesn't want growth, it wants relief. This is where the quick fixes come in, right? We think a new routine every week would solve the problem. Or we say, I just need to try harder, or I just need to push through more. Or some of us think it's consuming more content. I just need to find out where the next best quick fix is. Who's giving the next quick fix? I just need to find it. None of these are wrong. Of course, there are good things to put them into place. But when they come from survival, they don't stick. They're not going to work for you when you're in survival mode, because that's not the real issue here. The real issue is in you not having good content or strategy, or you're not pushing enough, or you're not trying harder, or getting a new routine. It's not the problem. The problem is from survival, nothing is going to work. Nothing is going to stick. It's not going to do it for you or your children or your students or anyone at any age. So this is the biggest misunderstanding, is that you think you're building discipline, but you're actually managing stress, right? We think we're building discipline when we try to bring all these content and all these things and quick fixes. But we're just managing the stress. That's why, if you notice, we always start strong, right? How many of us start strong with something and then we quickly fall off? Feels like I can do it, but then quickly we realize, no, I can't. You don't need better plan. You don't need better strategy. You need to make sure that your systems are aligned. Inside of you, the systems must be aligned. So what does that take? Awareness. We talk about this all the time. Without awareness, without noticing what's being blocked in here, it doesn't matter what we bring in and put it as a surface level. Now, let me ask another question. This is to bring it really so you can feel it, right? Now, would I just fix my car with something quick? Like if this is not working, would I just put together a tape on it and say, you know what, it should work, and start driving it? Or would I have to take it to a mechanic and really fix it at the root of the problem? I wish I can say I can just duct tape my car when I have to fix it, or I can put whatever oil I want, or whatever thing is wrong, I can just go in and just tweak it as a quick fix, and I should just run it. But it's not the case. It'll break. It'll break quicker. So why do we respect the car and take it to a mechanic who knows deeper understanding of every part of that car? Why do we take it to him? Because he understands how the systems in the car are going to work. He understands where the problem is. He can get to the root of it. So by fixing, what do? We can then accelerate faster. We don't have any blocks. The car is not blocked. The car is not broken. The car can move. Same with the plane. Would I say if there's something wrong, would I just say, you know what, I just need to get to the next city quickly as possible. Let's just put some fixes here on a quick surface fix, and let's just fly the plane. Let's just go. Because we got to get to the next city. I got to go, because that's what survival mode is like. You know there's a deeper problem, but you don't have the time to slow down, and you don't want to get to the root of it because you think something quick will take care of it. That's what survival mode creates. If you think about it, that's your brain in that mode. It's saying that don't go fixing these things. I just need you to stay here and protect yourself. So that's why when I offer anything at a deeper level, at a holistic level, or my coaches offer, there's this pushback. They love the idea, but when it times to really go into it, there's this pushback from some people. is because they're like, this is going to be a lot of work. I don't have time for this. I'm not going to be able to, it sounds really good, but I don't want to invest this much time. I don't have it. That's your survival mode talking. Why wouldn't you want the real solution when there's a deeper problem, knowing you say, I don't want it? It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense when I explain it like that. So I can't just take the plane off into the mid-air and say, oops, it's not really working. What do we do now? We can't do that. Why are we living our life like this? When did we learn that in survival mode, we're making decisions based on, I just need something to fix myself quickly? I know we are so fast in our world. Everything is at our fingertip. Everything is fast. Everything is going faster than ever before. But our system, this system is not built for that. This system requires full understanding. This system here, this biological body, needs full understanding, compassion, and curiosity of where it is blocked. It doesn't matter how fast you want to go. If this system is blocked, we cannot move forward. None of the quick fixes you can find on anywhere on these internet socials from anywhere is going to work until this is in alignment and activation. Are your systems in alignment and in activation? If they're not, then there are blocks. And what are those blocks? That is the curiosity that what every one of us must ask. Not what is the next best strategy that I can implement as quickly as possible so I can quickly as possible get results. This is a loop that you will play rest of your life that's going to keep you stuck, that's going to get you exhausted, and soon you're going to say, you know what, nothing works. Nothing works. I'm just this way, or my child is this way. But nothing is going to work with quick fixes. It's a vicious cycle. It's a loop. We have to address it so much. With a lot of you are saying this. Like in our program, we invite everyone for a free clarity meeting. It's called clarity meeting because we want to give you clarity. It's absolutely free. I know there's a lot of people on social who fake these meetings to sell you something. We do sell our 5-day investigation, a deeper look at what's going on. That's a full on 5 different days. We meet with you and child or yourself, if you're an adult, and we create this map. We map out where the blocks are so we can really give you exactly what is happening. So we do offer that as a discovery day, but the clarity meeting is absolutely free. If you come, you will have clarity because we are trained and we want to honor you to come to this meeting without feeling any pressure. If you feel like this is going to be something that can help you, then you can sign up for the 5 days. It's not free. 5 days, no one's going to spend 5 days with anyone to customize and build a 3-month plan. That's not going to be possible, right? Everybody is in business, but you have to know that the first meeting is there so that you can come and see what this is all about. It's free. But when you're in survival and we offer this, you're like, oh, I have to come to clarity meeting, then I have to do 5 days, then I have to meet again, so I get to know what's going on. Well, don't you want to, doesn't that make sense? Do you want us to give you something that's generalized and standardized and say, you know what, this is your problem without knowing you? That's what the whole world does. Our education system is built that way. Maybe we're trained and conditioned that way, that we should look for generalized and standardized help, but that's not going to work. I absolutely would not do that ever in my life. I used to do that when I worked for the school system. I used to started doing that in my tutoring business, but I will never do that because from my heart, I know it doesn't work. It's a quick fix. So it's like fixing the plane with some duct tape and saying, let's take this plane off the ground and we will see if it goes to the destination. If not, we'll figure it out. That's not how a pilot would take a plane. It's against their moral, ethical standards to do that. It's safety. So why would I do something like that in my business as a coach who knows there's a deeper solution to it, why would I just give something generic and standardized and say, here, this is going to work for your family. This is going to work for you as an educator. This is going to work for you as an adult. I cannot do that. That's what every business owner should start operating under, is their moral, ethical standards. If they follow that, we would not have any quick fixes in anywhere. No one should be talking about any quick fixes. No one should be offering generalized information. No one should be giving standardized things and saying this is going to work for you because it worked for the rest of us. So customization, individualization, personalization is what's needed to solve something that's deep, that's keeping you and your family and somebody you love in a survival mode, into a loop that forever holds you stuck. But when you're in that loop, what I find after working with thousands of families and adults, it's hard for you to see that. And when you're in survival mode, when help is offered, even a free meeting will sound like, oh, they're going to sell something to me. This is a sales call. It is a pitch. I hate that word, right? Because it has happened. Obviously, I've been to so many meetings. It does happen. But we are promising you that this clarity meeting, if you attend with us, you will leave with more clarity than you came into the meeting. At the end, we will offer the discovery days. If you don't want it, no problem. You'll have better understanding of what's going on. So accept the free gift. It's really a free gift. And then we have pay it forward coaching. If there's something financially stopping you from moving forward, we have a free coaching program for all parents, because we don't want to leave anybody behind. We don't want you to choose between, paying for your rent or paying for our coaching. We have it for free. I will offer it to you. Even that, some people is hesitant about that. I've offered many people, and I was so shocked to realize that even a gift, even something paying forward, is not accepted in our world. It makes me really sad. Why? Because when I say something is a gift, it's a gift. There's nothing attached. And in fact, with many of the people that I've given gift, I actually write a contract that I say, if my program has changed you in some way and you see transformation, will you share that with me so that this can help someone else who is in survival mode? That is the contract, what it says. It doesn't say at the end, you must pay this, you must buy this, or you must continue with this. It doesn't say it. Even then they hesitate. Even then they don't want it. So what happened to our human beings? What happened? What happened to free gift? That's because maybe online market has done the damage. You don't know who to trust. You don't know how to look at it from when you're in that survival mode. Maybe you don't know who to trust anymore. I get it. That's why you need to become smarter in the way you look at people from now on. Is someone asking you for your, those IRS calls, right? How do they threaten you to go and get a card or pay? Those calls, somebody was calling me like that one day, and I got very scared about it, even though I knew it was sounded so stupid to believe in it, but they do a good job. That's not how this is. We have so much content all over the internet. You see me, you see my coaches. We are here to support you through this. We are here to support you through your survival mode and give you real answers. Get to the root cause of it so that you, your child, if you're a parent, or if you're an adult who are suffering, or if you're an educator who's struggling in the classroom and do not know how to get results, we are helping you. We want to offer you from our heart. There's a difference between people who scam and who deliver something from heart. I think when you're in survival mode, it's hard to see that difference. But if anybody is asking you quick fixes, those are the ones that don't work. They shouldn't be offering at this level where we're at right now. Quick fixes should be eliminated. It should be banned, because none of this is going to work for your family or for you if you're in survival mode. First step is to get you out of survival mode. Then is to help your child, your student. That's the next step. So you don't need better plans. What you really need is to start regulating the systems. So the alignment of your system so that you can then come out of that survival mode, right? It's because when your system feels safe, what happens is the focus comes back. You're going to have better follow through yourself and others you're helping. And then clarity. Clarity is so important, so that we can get out of the survival mode and then get ready to perform, get ready to lead, get ready to learn, get ready to live our life the way we want to live our life. How many of you want to get out of survival mode? Who's watching? Will you take up me or my coaches on a clarity meeting? It's like 45-minute meeting. You don't have to do anything. Can you come and see what's possible behind all your struggles, behind your survival mode? I'm inviting you. If you are, DM me and I will connect you with one of our coaches and you can have this amazing experience. So coming back to our conversation about survival mode, instead of asking, what should I do? Start asking, what state am I in? This really helps you to get out of the survival mode as well. So don't ask yourself, what should I do anymore? Because, that's just going to keep you stuck because there's nothing you can do because you already are doing it. Because why do we enter survival mode? Because we're doing so much, right? It's beyond our capacity. So that's why we feel like there's no more time. There's nothing I can do. I'm at the last thing I can do is this, like it gets irritating, right? So instead of asking, what should I do? Your brain's going to shut down and say, I can't do anything more for you. Ask, what state am I in? It's going to give better answers, better awareness. When we're in survival mode, instead of looking for quick fixes, slow down so that you can speed up. A lot of us want speed. Speed doesn't come when you're in survival mode. You have to exit survival mode so that you can then speed up from not survival mode. Outside of the survival mode is where you can speed up. Inside of it, the more you speed up, the more you're going to fall back and the more you're going to face your failure and you're going to tell yourself that, and then it becomes identity. And then now we have passed into another layer of deep-rooted problems. Notice your internal state before your action. So always notice the state this body is, it's happening inside of this body. So a lot of the time, what I'm saying is when I say come home, just notice here. Don't worry about the outside world. We're so concerned about outside world, right? Outside world, outside person. We're so concerned. They're doing this, this is happening, that's happening. No, what about what's happening in here? That's coming home. That's a bigger question than who cares about what's happening over here. That's a secondary. First, what's happening in here is what's going to anchor you. Support your system before expecting performance. Don't start expecting to perform when you're in survival mode. Accept this is what's happening. Then performance is a byproduct. Don't push performance. That's why everybody wants their kids to do really, 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 really well, right? In education. We push so much. We buy them tutors. We sit with them. They're not getting, they can't focus. And then we say, I'm doing all of this. Why can't you learn? What's the answer? Are they going to give us an answer? What did we just make them feel like? You're not that smart. Why are you so stupid? You're getting so much help. Why can't you just do it? Because they're blocked. They're not doing it by purpose. Nobody decides every morning, I'm just going to not do any work. I just don't want to perform. Nobody decides that. When we're blocked, it's the byproduct is I can't perform. Byproduct is I can't do my homework. Byproduct is I am stuck. And then we give help in this surface way. And we create this identity loop. Now I start calling myself, you know what? I must be the most idiot person on this world because I'm getting all this help and I still can't do well. Sad, right? So support the system before expecting performance, grades. They're all going to follow when we support the systems without quick fixes at the root level if we figure it out, right? So right now, you don't need another quick fix. I'm not going to give you. It doesn't matter. We will talk about this until every single human in this world understand that quick fixes are what's keeping them stuck. And in survival mode, adding quick fixes will never solve anything. It's like flying a plane that I know it's not fully in condition to fly. I know it, but I'm just going to fly it and wing it. We will never do that, right? But we do it with this body. We do it with this body. How sad is that, and how unfair is for this body to go through that? You see the stress that would create for the body inside, the systems inside, when we do it that way, when we don't get to the root cause of it, and we just keep fixing it at the surface and saying, let's fly it, and then we'll deal with it in midair. Whatever happens, we'll start fixing it up there. Does it make sense? I know when I say it like that, it doesn't make sense to anyone. So right now, you don't need any quick fixes. I'm not going to give you one. None of our coaches will give you one, because we are holistic neurogrowth success coaches, and we do not offer any isolated, generic, standardized quick fixes, because we want you to stay in this loop. We want to end the loop. We want to create this new era of learning, living, and leading our lives in a way that we don't keep spinning in loops, non-stop loops that create stress and keeps us stuck. It's no point in life like that. That's not what life is meant to be. So what are we going to start with? Because for me, nothing will work and change until you have the awareness that you're in a loop. You're stuck because you're in survival mode, looking for the next best quick fix. Some people call it magic pill. Like when I was tutoring, that's what happened. A lot of parents would come to my tutoring office as if I had some magic pill. I would just transfer it to their kids, and somehow it's going to work out that their kids are going to start doing really well on the next test, and their grades are going to go up from 50 to 95. I didn't have any magic pills. In fact, I stopped teaching them math, believe it or not. They came for math tutoring. Eventually, I never touched the math component because I saw that the students were blocked. They were not in the state to learn. They were blocked in their systems. Giving them more strategies and more subject-based codes, I call them math codes. I was so proud. It didn't work. I said, I'm giving you math codes. I'm giving you this guidance. I'm walking you through the problems. How come you're not still getting? Oh, because I'm blocked. You can give me the world's best everything. I'm not going to be able to move forward until somebody looks at this soul print of biology. I'm a biological living system. If I'm not able to look at this system by system, what's blocked, doesn't matter what anyone gives us. We'll stay stuck. We'll stay blocked. And that's what was happening to my students. So I started changing. I started changing in my tutoring business. I started stop teaching math, stop giving strategies. And I said, what systems are blocked here? What is really going on here? So I became aware. So that is what you need to do as well. For yourself, for the people you take care of, start becoming aware. It's a beautiful thing. That's why we need to slow down. We can't take the chaos of the world, and we can't slow down to think like that. So slow down, think, go inward, breathe, talk to your brain, and become really aware. So I do have some powerful questions before I leave you today. Here are things you can ask, and here are where places you can become more aware and start noticing. So where in your life are you chasing quick fixes right now? Where in your life are you chasing quick fixes right now? Or with your child, with your student, it could be for anyone you're leading as well, right? Next question I want you to really look at and notice and bring awareness is, what are you actually trying to escape? Next question, what would change if you stopped fixing and start noticing? Wherever you found that quick fixes that you gathered and still applying it, stop applying it. to stop applying the quick fix and just start noticing. Just start noticing what's happening. It's going to bring you so much information, and I want you to try it. Next question is, what does your system actually need, not what you think it needs or should do? What do you think this actual systems inside of you need? Why are these questions important? Why awareness is huge? Why is that I talk about awareness all the time? Why is slowing down and noticing our own patterns is important? Because when you start seeing what's running it, you're going to stop spinning in that cycle. That's going to end your survival mode. That is going to end you looking for that quick fix, and you're going to go to the root cause of it because you noticed it. You can't unsee something. You've already seen it. You already have the awareness of it. Now you can ask, what am I going to do about it? So it's going to come from inside out, from your internal systems is going to come out. That's how real change happens. That's how transformations happen. So are you ready to notice? Are you ready to become aware of what's running you so that you can stop spinning in the cycles? I really wanted to talk about quick fixes because I'm kind of tired that offering holistic solutions and people just want quick fixes, and they're like, I just need this to be fixed as fast as possible. It really hurts my heart because I know it's not going to work. So I can turn around and say, you know what, here's a quick fix that's going to work. Here's how much it costs. Take it. I can do that, but I would never do that because morally and ethically that is wrong, because I know that quick fix is just going to keep you in a cycle and a circle. And I'm not going to let you run in a circle when I can have a permanent change for you. That's going to make you go up, infinitely up into what you can achieve. So a great coach, a great person who lives by moral and ethical standards will never sell you quick fixes. That's how you know what's real, who's going to help you, is by noticing that difference. I hope this helped, because this is something that comes up in a lot of our conversations. We talk about it as coaches. I just wanted to bring this up so that as a parent, you're aware, as a human, you're aware, as a teacher, educator, you're aware that we should stop chasing for quick fixes. Until we chase them, other people are going to offer it, because that's what sells. That's what everybody grabs onto. That's what everybody wants. So that's what everybody does. But that doesn't mean it's right. You do what is right. That's how you create your own path, right? Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm hoping I can hear some comments on this, because how has your experience been staying in survival mode, buying quick fixes and staying stuck? How has that been for you? And are you ready to stop that? If you are, then book a clarity meeting with one of our coaches, or DM me and I will match you with one of the best coaches in this world, because they care. They want to serve from their heart, and they want to give you what is going to give you the full transformation, because they start with the root cause. They don't just start with the surface problems. Thank you. Have a blessed day.